Basketball fans, it's the starting lineup for your Toronto Raptors. At the power forward position, standing 6'5", number 30, Otai Abrasi. At the shooting guard position, at 6'6", number 1, Brady Dennis. At the center position, at 7 feet tall, number 19, Jacob. At the other forward position, at 6'6", number 9, RJ At the other guard position, 6'7", number 4, Scotty.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. Take a look at the Magic. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Raptors, right now, quite a ways down below.
When I look at Orlando, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but just give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
The resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
Now the starting group for Orlando. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Then it's Wendell Carter, and it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. And for Toronto, they've got Grady Dick. He's out there with Scotty Barnes. Jakob Poeltl out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Abaji in a power forward. Here in this stage of the season, Greg, what can struggling teams do to better themselves?
You mean besides make a big trade move? I mean, I think about lineups and schemes. You have to look at what you can control and really establish your identity.
From past the arc, Bitadze can't hit. This one for 3. They grab their own miss. Pass to Barnes. Poeltl with a screen on Suggs. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Poeltl.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Poeltl. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
Now, here's Suggs. His last outing, he had 24 points. Here's Carter. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Barrett after the made shot from Wendell Carter. Barrett the pass to Poeltl. It's Dick on the wing. Left side, Barrett. Pass to Poeltl. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first.
Doris, what this team likes about Jakob Poeltl, the combination of 7-foot size and great skill.
You know what, Kevin, to me, this young man has a nuanced understanding of the game. He sees the floor, so that means at his size, he can make on-time and on-target passes. He's a very capable rebounder and defender. There's just a lot to like about his game.
The free throw drops for Poeltl. In terms of defense, Greg, the Magic have taken some big steps forward.
Oh, they really have. It was a focus for them last season, and it has paid off. They were the kind of team nobody wants to face, and it led to their first playoff berth since 2020.
And he makes both free throws. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Here's Suggs from down in the low post. It goes.
Boy, the agility of Jalen Suggs when he touches the painted area navigates his way to a nice finish.
Pass to Pirtle. Barnes against Suggs. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Caldwell Pope outside. Here's Carter. Lays it up off the glass. And it's all knotted up.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Barnes looking around. Carter pulls it in.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Pass to De Silva. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
And it's the Raptors ball. Here's Abaji. Barnes outside. Now here's Barrett. Raptors moving the ball around. Offensive rebound. Jake with it. Pass to Barnes. And it's Pirtle at the elbow. 6 to shoot. Here's Barrett. It's hauled in by the Magic. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
Here's Abaji. Following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's Barrett. No scoring in this one. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
For a good offensive player, you've got to take what the defense gives you. RJ does just that. Settles into the mid-range.
Pass to De Silva. Back to Suggs. Here he goes. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for R.J. Barrett. Averaging about 23 points per, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
Raptors trail by 4. Now here's Barnes. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy is a playmaker, was a driving force for that offense. Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Suggs passes to Bitadze. Caldwell-Pope outside. Driving the lane. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That first step that Caldwell-Pope possesses is lethal. Drawing the contact there thanks to his aggressiveness.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Orlando.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proving to be an effective tool for them.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
That free throw good from Caldwell-Pope. Recently, the Raptors made moves, Greg, to add some Canadian-born talent to their roster.
They traded for R.J. Barrett and Kelly Olynyk, two guys that represent Canada in international play, and were both born in Toronto, now playing for their hometown team.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Pass to Abaji. Pirtle with the ball. Now Dick really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. Three-pointer. That shot off the mark. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Suggs. And a missed late. Raptors trail by 4. For the 3. Dick, that's good.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Pass to De Silva. Back to Suggs. Fires from the wing. Here's De Silva. They set the screen. Caldwell Pope for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Pirtle with the ball. He has 6. Barrett for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. He has 5.
Here we go. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's De Silva. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And that one drops.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Barnes outside. Pass to Dick. Stolen. Caldwell Pope against Barrett. Second shot opportunity, and Carter lays it up and in. And it's a 5-point Magic lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Barnes down low. He's covered by Suggs, and that one's good. Barnes.
We know Scotty Barnes will embrace the physicality. That score is about concentration.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Suggs. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Caldwell Pope on the wing. A second chance effort. And the shot goes in. Caldwell Pope's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
It's Dick on the wing. Pass to Abaji. Now Barrett. And he makes good on the layup. Barrett's got 7 points in the game. Magic leading by 3. Bounce pass Suggs. Caldwell Pope feeling it out of it. Beyond the arc. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds in this game. Dick passes to Abaji. Outside Barrett. The rebound by Bataze. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. De Silva, no good. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. They trail by 3. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season. Barnes finds Dick. For 3, Barrett. Rebound by the Magic. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Doris, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point shooting.
Well, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, Kevin, but it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of a season.
Suggs against Barnes. Here's Dick. Rebound by the Magic. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Bitadze. Suggs with the ball. Here's De Silva. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Raptors trail by 9. Barnes outside. 1:51 left to play in the first. Pirtle sets the pick for Barnes. 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Pirtle.
I think his frame makes him very difficult to deal with as a roll man. Pirtle can set a mean screen.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. For the Magic, Isaac's checked in for Koga Bitadze. Black comes in for Carter. And Anthony subbed in for Jalen Suggs. Now here's Anthony. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Stolen away. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Mobo. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Now just a 5-point Magic lead. Here's Black. .105 left in the first quarter of the game. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Boucher with the rebound.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Here's Abaji. A 14-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Raptors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Okay, Abaji.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And Orlando making a change here. Houston's checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Magic leading by 4. To the middle. There's 31 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's De Silva. 5 points in the game. Count the basket.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Mitchell against Anthony. And here is Mitchell. He has yet to score. Jacks up a 3. And so it's Orlando with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Jonathan Isaac. Black is out there with Anthony. And it's De Silva in at the 4. Raptors trail by 6. Mitchell finds Boucher, and that's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Brown outside. Here's Abaji.
Boy, you love the activity of Jonathan Isaac on the defensive end. Find a way to have an impact and pressure the shooter.
Here's Houston. Hasn't made one yet. Outside Anthony. Just 5 on the clock. Yep, it counts. Anthony's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Magic.
Oh, Cole Anthony not afraid to mix it up on the interior. Good finish.
Takes a step back. Here's Abaji. Not loose. To the inside. Anthony taking his time here. There's the drive. And the basket is good. Anthony's got the lead up to 10 now for Orlando.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Pass to Mobo. Back to Mitchell. And the layup falls. Of course, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
Here's De Silva. After the basket by Davion Mitchell. Anthony against Mitchell. And Anthony gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Brown outside. Pass to Mitchell. Boucher with a screen on Anthony. Mitchell passes to Boucher. He's off on that one. Isaac with some nice D. Magic leading by 10. Out to the wing. Isaac a screen. Houston's shot is off. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Mitchell finds Boucher. Here's Mobo. He's covered by Isaac. Houston passes to Anthony. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first.
Boy, to me, Cole Anthony, one of the most striking things about this young man is his confidence first, his IQ for the game, and there's a fearlessness to what he does that I really admire.
And the first one at the line is good.
Cole Anthony, a guy who has just tremendous feel for the game. He's obviously been around it from the time he was very young. Just understands where the ball should be at all times. Good passer, aggressive scorer.
The Magic making a switch here. Howard's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
There just seems to be this innate, nuanced understanding of the game when you grow up around it. That is Cole Anthony in a nutshell.
Now, here's Mitchell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Down low. Here's Brown. And the Raptors miss again. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other." That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players.
Well, that's the 6'9" frame of Chris Boucher. Send it back, young sir.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Raptors trail by 16. To halt the run. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Orlando's got fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. That's tipped. Here's Mobo. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Black. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Black's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Cole Anthony. Suggs against Mitchell. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jalen Suggs. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
Here's Black. Isaac a screen on Barrett. Here's Black. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Mitchell outside. Pass to Barrett. And here's Boucher. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Tremendous vision from Chris Boucher. He is making a case for being more involved offensively.
Here's Houston. Still without a basket. To the paint. Bertle with the double team. Here's Black. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Houston. From deep three-point land. Rebound by the Raptors.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now, here's Mitchell. Here's Bertle. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. Magic leading by 12. Now, here's Suggs. He's got 6. Inside. And Isaac throws it down.
Well, that's what you call orchestrating the pick and roll. Jalen Suggs, yes, sir.
Raptors have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Pass to Walter. Back to Mitchell. Birtle sets the pick for Mitchell. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Bitadze's got his 4th rebound in this one. Wing shot on the way. And it's Suggs missing. Raptors trail by 14. Here's Walter. 11 points for him in that last game against Brooklyn. Suggs against Mitchell. Pass to Barrett. Fader on the way. No good off the back of the rim. The Magic have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Isaac misses.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Once R.J. Barrett sees the defense commit, he goes right into attack mode and gets himself a trip to the free throw line. That is beautiful.
Raptors have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
He misses the free throw.
You know, certainly we've seen R.J. Barrett productive as a scorer. I think the key for him moving forward is just be as efficient as possible.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Abaji's checked in, and Dick subbed in for Walter. And the second free throw, good.
Well, one thing you love about R.J. Barrett is he is a scorer at heart. This guy will hunt shots. He's going to be aggressive. And when he gets on a roll, look out, guys.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit. Suggs kicks to Caldwell Pope. Sinks the three-pointer. Caldwell Pope's got 15 points.
Caldwell Pope taking over this game. Tremendous confidence he's displaying in his ability.
Barnes against Suggs. On the wing, Barnes. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And it goes down 2 points.
Barnes, so physical inside. He can beat you down there as well.
Suggs passes to Bitadze. Caldwell Pope outside. Now Suggs. 6 points for him. Birtle with the double team. Here's De Silva. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors trail by 14. The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. Had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
On the clock for 3. Barrett will not drop. He's shooting 3 for 8 and not happy about it. Here's De Silva, covered by Barnes. Suggs looking around. No good on the 3. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Birtle with a screen on Suggs. And here's Barnes for 3. Connects from 3-point range. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Suggs passes to Bitadze. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. Pass to Suggs from downtown. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Now here's Barnes. 9 points in the game so far. Birtle with the ball. Barrett wide open. He fires. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Carter outside. Pass to De Silva. The three. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Barnes passes to Abaji. Now Barrett uncovered. He squares up and sinks it. And that's now 10 points for R.J. Barrett.
Boy, you've got to be shot ready in catch-and-shoot situations, and we know R.J.'s got a quick trigger.
Into the lane. Barrett brings the double team. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Tip defending. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Utah Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves. This is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Barnes dishes to Pirtle. Here's Dick. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Magic leading by 11. Caldwell Pope outside. Carter with the bounce pass. Here's the three. And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the target. At 6'8", this rookie, Dick, can absolutely get up with the best of them. Terrific finish there.
And here is Suggs. 9 points in the game so far. Good work there as it goes. Suggs has got 5 points now in the quarter.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
And so it's the Orlando Magic. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for the Toronto Raptors.
So far, this isn't a game they wanted to give their home crowd. They were looking very pedestrian out there. But there is time to turn this around. These fans showed up for them. They're screaming, they're yelling. The place is going wild, so they need to show up in return.
And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
Taking a look here now at Toronto. They hear the clock. Trying to coast through the season straight into the playoffs? Not how it works, fellas. They don't have the talent to pull that off. The effort has got to be there.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Contavious Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
Doing such a great job of orchestrating this offense. I love the way he has been in complete command of the offense.
They've got R.J. Barrett. Barnes out there with Grady Dick. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Abaji in at the 4. That's the groove starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. He was all alone on that one. Carter's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Orlando.
Well, the continued evolution of the center position. Guys like Wendell Carter Jr., boy, they are capable from deep.
Pirtle inside. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bitadze's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Suggs passes to Caldwell-Pope. Back to Suggs. Carter sets the pick for Suggs. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
It doesn't get any easier than that, guys. Carter Jr. gets the position he wants and goes to town.
Suggs against Barnes. Down low. Got a piece of it. Suggs with the steal. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Launches it. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Here's Abaji. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
At his position, Scotty Barnes is going to set a lot of screens. You have to understand how to roll and get open. He does exactly that.
Caldwell-Pope outside. There's Bitadze, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Orlando shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. So he gets them both. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Barnes against Suggs. Barrett for 3. And it's Suggs with the rebound. Here's Orlando now. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Carter with a screen on Barnes. Here's Suggs. From outside off the mark. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. 19-point game. Dick passes to Barnes. Floats one up. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, you love the commitment from Scotty Barnes. Made his decision, makes the contact, and the end one.
Hey, Doris, how has Scotty Barnes advanced his game since being named Rookie of the Year back in 2022?
Well, all the physical skills are there for him. Tremendous athlete, cross-positional defensively. I think what happens for young players is they start to read the progressions of the game more quickly. Now you can put the ball in his hands, let him be a decision maker. This guy is a stat stuffer. Well, of course, Scotty Barnes won the Rookie of the Year in 21-22, guys. And you talk about a well-rounded basketball player who will affect winning with both his offensive ability and his defensive versatility.
Now here is Carter. He's got 11. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. Now Carter. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Suggs. No good from outside. Raptors trail by 16. Here's Dick. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Caldwell Pope.
And you never want to foul a jump shooter. Dick certainly qualifies as one.
The Raptors have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. The first one falls.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
And both free throws good for Dick. Orlando leading by 14. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. This summer, we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. Common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods in the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, D.A. Thank you. Here's Barnes. Jalen Suggs making his last shot. Barnes with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul. Orlando's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Caldwell Pope outside. From deep. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Abaji. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Carter. Orlando leading by 16. De Silva nailed from three-point land. De Silva's got 10 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And a guy who has quickly adapted to playing NBA offense, Barnes, he can be a producer.
Carter sets the pick for Suggs. Pass to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
On the wing, Barnes. He's covered by Suggs. He gets it in there.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Orlando's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Now, here's Suggs. He's got 13. Pass to Carter. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
The free throw off from Carter.
I love that Wendell Carter Jr. plays within himself. Take high percentage shots, get as many rebounds as you can.
Here's De Silva. He's got 10. Now Carter. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Now, this is a guy putting his physical gifts to work. Jalen Suggs, no doubt on the dunk.
Barnes outside. Pass to Abaji. Outside Barrett. Barnes sets a screen for Barrett. Orlando grabs the miss. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Suggs with the ball. 15 points in the game. Buries the long-range jumper. Suggs has got 7 now in this quarter.
Jalen Suggs putting in the time, being diligent about becoming more consistent from three-point territory. That time, he makes it look easy.
Now, here's Barrett. They set the pick, and he drives in. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Raptors have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. Mitchell, he's checked in for R.J. Barrett. And a switcher also for Orlando. Black's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Magic leading by 21. Here's Black. Pass to Suggs. Sweet move. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first.
Despite his young age, we know Jalen Suggs has proven to be a tremendous leader. His teammates love playing with this guy.
The Magic have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Jalen Suggs gets a ton of attention for his offensive skill set, and that's appropriate. But let's remember, he can be imposing defensively.
The Magic making a switch here. Houston's checked in. Both free throws good from Suggs. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Pass to Boucher. Brown outside. Houston with the rebound. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. To the middle. Here's Black. He's covered by Brown. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Listen, Wendell Carter Jr. is a big-time skilled big man. This guy, good things happen when you get him the ball.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Wendell Carter Jr. taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
Well, we know Wendell Carter Jr. offers a lot on the offensive end. This guy's got to continue to improve as a low post defender.
He hits the second from the line. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Mitchell passes to Pirtle. Now here's Barnes. Toronto working the ball around now. And Mitchell gets it to go.
When you have vision at the forward spot, it always opens up and elevates a team. Scotty Barnes passing on display.
Pass to Black. Drives to the hoop. And that one's good. Suggs. Suggs has got 22 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And here's Boucher, defended by Carter. Boucher sets a screen for Barnes. Misses the three.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, a chance to check out some stats for R.J. Barrett.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Free throw good from Brown.
What you love about Bruce Brown at this point in his career, guys, he will fit for any of the teams in the league for a couple reasons. Number one, he's developed himself offensively. But two, he's always about the team. His skill set can travel.
Walter, he's checked in for the Raptors. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for the Magic. And Brown drops them both. Here's Houston. Pass to Suggs. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. The Magic in third.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
Anthony's checked in for Orlando. For Toronto, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Anthony against Mitchell. Pass to Walter. Here's Barnes. Boucher with a screen on Isaac. And the dunk by Boucher.
Well, that's about the mobility of Chris Boucher and the feel of the spot to roll to on the floor. Nicely done.
Here's Houston. He's covered by Brown. Houston passes to Anthony. Isaac with a screen for Anthony. Inside, pass to Houston. Anthony on the wing, 4 on the clock. From 15 feet away, it's hauled in by the Raptors. Mitchell outside. It's Brown on the wing. Barnes sets a screen for Brown. The kick out to Barnes. Shoots over Isaac, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
See the confidence in that jumper building and building for Scotty Barnes.
Carter sets the pick for Anthony. Driving to the basket. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's clearly a foul.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
At the line for the Magic, Cole Anthony. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Anthony. Both teams deciding to change it up. That one falls, so he hits both of them. A minute 50 left to play here in the third. Pass to Boucher. Mitchell with it, covered by Anthony. The kick out to Brown. Shoots. They get it again. Over to the left wing. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Walter's got 6.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Mitchell against Anthony. Isaac outside. Here's Black. Back to Isaac. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Boucher with the rebound. Raptors trail by 18 to the right side. Here's Walter. 6 points for him. And here is Mitchell. Here's Momo. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Anthony down low. Covered by Mitchell. Shots good by Anthony.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots. Playing smart with the lead.
Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Boucher. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists in the game. Anthony against Mitchell. Anthony down low. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
I love it when guards are willing to get on the inside and go ahead and make plays. Cole Anthony, a scorer by nature.
Pass to Mobo. There's the 3. The shot will not fall. Jalen Suggs has been leading the charge for Orlando. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. They've got Howard. Cole Anthony is out there with Black. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Houston in at the 3 slot. Mitchell is double. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his 2nd personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 2.
Davion Mitchell.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Isaac outside. Isaac a screen on Brown. Back to Isaac. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Magic lead by 20.
Well, you have to wonder, can a young guard play in the pick and roll and make the right decisions? Pretty pass from Cole Anthony. He's saying, yes, I can run pick and roll.
Now, here's Mitchell. And so often, we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Pass to Mobo. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Howard in the post. Working on Boucher. Howard misses.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here's Brown. Here's Mobo. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Mobo's got 4 points in the quarter. Magic leading by 18. Here's Black. Outside Anthony from outside the arc. Rebound by the Raptors. Mobo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Brown. Rebounded by Howard.
Unbelievable. He blew that look, guys. No clue what went wrong there.
Isaac down low.
Don't let the frame fool you. Jonathan Isaac is lean, but he is unafraid of contact. I love that play.
Shooting for Orlando. Jonathan Isaac taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Isaac.
Well, the potential of Jonathan Isaac is truly exciting. This guy is still a bit raw, but he has every tool to be successful, both offensively and defensively.
The Magic making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And Isaac really continues to intrigue you. A 6'10" forward who's just got great agility and can be a nightmare in transition.
Now here's Howard. Outside Anthony. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
When you allow a guy as confident as Cole Anthony to catch a rhythm, you are in for a long night.
Pass to Boucher. Here's Mitchell. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Well, look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Black kicks to Isaac. Harris with it. Here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Nice delivery by Gary Harris. We know this guy can knock down shots, but you love to play with an unselfish player.
Mitchell left side. Pass to Mobo. Mitchell outside. 5 on the clock. Pulls it from 20. It's hauled in by the Magic. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
It's checked in for the Raptors. Jalen Suggs is checked in for Orlando. Raptors trail by 21. Mitchell outside. To the paint. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Anthony. To the middle. And there's Suggs on the assist by Anthony. Suggs has got 24 points.
You've got to be willing to get your shot blocked if you're a guard and you foray inside. Jalen Suggs, what a finish.
For 3, Mitchell. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Howard in the post. Isaac outside. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Here's Boucher after Jonathan Isaac's bucket. And Barrett gets it to go.
Well, Barrett has got to become more consistent, but if he adds consistent three-point shooting, turn the lights out.
Now here's Anthony, guarded closely. Black the pass to Howard. And here is Suggs. They get the rebound. Isaac. And Isaac throws it down. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 11 rebounds.
Jonathan Isaac is always so quick to the basketball. You can see his burst getting after that board and getting the putback.
Now, here's Boucher. They set the pick. Barrett for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Howard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Black dishes to Suggs. Isaac with a screen for Suggs. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Now, here's Mitchell. Here's Mobo. Pass to Mitchell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jalen Suggs. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
And he's good on the second.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Down low. And then Carter with the jam.
You're starting to see why Carter Jr. was a lottery pick in 2018. He can be quite dominant offensively.
Carter against Barnes. Screen by Pirtle. Barnes passes to Pirtle. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got assist number 5 here tonight. Magic leading by 21. Pass to Bitadze. Now here's Caldwell Pope. To the left side wing. Suggs against Mitchell. And it's Suggs missing.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Good on the triple.
The defenders are going to have to keep up with this rookie. Dick, an excellent shooter.
Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Carter with a screen on Mitchell. To the inside. And then Carter with the dunk.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Barnes down low. Defended by Carter. No good. Third miss. 9 for 12 shooting.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Caldwell Pope's got 23.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do. Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Suggs kicks to Carter. Pass to De Silva. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Now Barnes. 8 feet away, and another basket for Toronto.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Caldwell Pope, following the basket by Scotty Barnes. The shot by Carter, nobody around. No good with the triple. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Yep, that one goes. 24 points for Scotty Barnes.
Opportunistic play by Scotty Barnes, recognizing his teammate makes a defensive play. Let me get out in transition.
Orlando with the ball, following the basket by Scotty Barnes. Caldwell Pope pass to Carter. He gets that one. Carter's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, terrific move by the big man, Wendell Carter Jr. So much athleticism. This guy is cooking.
Barnes with it. Every year, Doris, the NBA has a few points of emphasis they want to make. Anything you'd like to see emphasized?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, one thing that has to happen is we have got to give the defense a greater chance to succeed. We've tilted the game too heavily in the offense's favor, meaning too often at the rim, there's foul shots given for marginal contact. I think the defense has got to become more involved in the outcome of games.
Rebound by Mitchell. Raptors trail by 20.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Magic.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Wendell Carter.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
And Toronto making a change here. Abaji's checked in. Carter hits them both. Well, Doris, both you and I have been covering this NBA for a few years. Just a few years. What do you think of the direction of the league right now?
Just a couple, Kevin. I love it. The league is faster, it's longer, it's more skilled. Scoring is up. There's a crop of young stars. I think the league is in such an exciting place.
Now Harris, after R.J. Barrett's three-pointer that didn't go. Pass to Anthony. 32 seconds left in the fourth. Good D by Barnes. Here's Barrett. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
That's a nice read from Scotty Barnes. This guy understands how and when to deliver the basketball.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Carter outside. Off target from three-point range. And here is Barnes. So it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jalen Suggs.